Hi everyone, Letty here. I have a craft fair prep video. I'm going to show you what I'm selling at my craft fair, and I am going to include all of the prices that I'll be having at the fair. Welcome back everyone. So today is my craft fair. Today's Saturday, November 2nd. I'm going to go through real quick everything that I'm selling at my fair with prices. Now, one tip I'll give you is just make sure you price according to your market. The prices that you see here in my video might not be the best for your video. I do make a ton of cards, so I had some A2 cards with envelopes and I sold these for $2, or I priced them at $2 for the set. I do have them packaged in some cello bags. I make, again, a ton of cards, so I wanted to kind of get rid of these as quickly as I could, so I put them for $2, which I felt was very reasonable. I've got a ton of different varieties. I do have a ton of Christmas. I have some fall. I have some summer type cards as well. I tried to kind of incorporate a lot of different themes. You see here some more fall ones. The one thing I wish I had more of were birthday cards. I wish I did have some of those, so but that's okay. $2 for, again, a handmade card and envelope set. So I'm going to take you into the next item next. So the next couple of items I have are some gift card holder ornaments. These were $1.50 each. I went back and forth with the price, but ultimately I decided on the $1.50 mark. And so I have a few that I have not packaged. I'm going to put those on a little Christmas tree. Stay tuned. I'll show you a little snapshot of what that'll look like. And then I do have a ton of other ones that are packaged. Now, I also have some hot cocoa packs. These are going to be $2 each. They already come with the hot cocoa. You see here I have my labels. That's one of the things that I did different this craft fair was I used my thermal label printer to make some little stickers or 2-inch stickers with prices, and I put the prices on the backs of almost all of my items. So I felt like that was going to make it a lot easier. I do have some pricing sheets that I'm going to list at my tables, but I figured that would make it easier. I have these lollipop decor 10 count packs. I had purchased these with intentions to use them and I did not use them. So I figured, you know what, let me just package them. Let's get rid of them. So these have the little slots in the little, like, it almost looks like a piece of ephemera, but it has little slots where you can stick a lollipop right in there. So again, I packaged them in sets of 10 for $1. So let's see what else I have. So the next thing I have are notepad wallets. These were $1 each because I have, as you can see, a bazillion of them. So I have several different themes. Here's a Nutcracker themed set of paper, and this was $1. I am going to sell each of these for $1. So they're notepad wallets. I think I call them notebooks just to make it real easy. I do have these that are sort of like the zodiac signs. I think that was like a DCWV paper pad. I've got some Echo Park paper in here, made some little like kind of girly ones. And then I have a crepe paper collection. I think it's like Snow Days by Crepe Paper. And again, each of these is $1. The prices have gone up at Dollar Tree for these little notebooks. I believe you used to get like 5 for $1 and now you get like maybe 3, if I'm not mistaken. That one was, I think, Heritage by Maggie Holmes. And then this one was, I think, a paper pad from a Great Buy paper pad from Michael's, maybe, by Recollections. But I had a ton of these in my stash and I really want to try to get rid of some. So I figured $1 would maybe move some of these. So I went ahead and priced them at that. Now, the next things I have, this next one is super fun. I made some cash holders. This was brand new to me. And so I got these little bitty like cash holder things. They're kind of like where you put like a lip balm or like a chapstick. And I priced these at $2 a piece. I did print them on some very thick cardstock. I think like 120-pound cardstock, I think. Added a little to from section, added some elastic cording, and then packaged them with, I already added the double-sided tape on the back of those little like holders. I thought these were so fun. I have never made these before, but I went ahead and I designed all these designs in Canva, and then I printed them, and it took me a while to kind of get the size just right. And then once I did, I mass produced them, and then again added the little lip balm holder or the cash holder, and packaged them with some cording. So these are great because you can, or some elastic cording, because you can add them to like as an ornament to your trees. I had a bunch of different designs. I think this one was my favorite, the one with the like cowboy Santa, because we're here in Texas and that would be perfect. So these were, again, $2 for each of these. They're lightweight, and I thought they would be great. I also did press some koozies, and so these are $3 a piece. I just bought some blank koozies, and then I got some designs, and I heat pressed them with my heat press machine. And so I got a couple different designs. So you see here I have coffee, I have some faith-based ones, I have a ton of coffee apparently, or this might have been my coffee, section. I do have some teacher ones, and then I also have some crafting ones, and then I also have some like miscellaneous ones. Here's some nurse ones. I have a ton of Christmas as well. Here's just like a random Halloween one that I had. I was trying to get rid of it. And then again, I have a bunch of Christmas ones. Now, some of these I did buy store-bought in bulk, and then I figured I would just, resell as like a little novelty gift. But a lot of the other ones that are with the white base, I did heat press those. So those are some more items that I'll be having at my fair. Again, $2 for the cash holder, $3 for the koozies. I thought that was a reasonable price and something that maybe we'll sell. And then I have some more items here. Now, I had punched these out. These are 12 count cupcake picks. I put them for $3 for 12 of them. I had used my Cricut to die cut out, or to cut out the shapes. I figured these little high heels would be really great for a couple different things, maybe like a bachelorette party or like a girl's birthday party, or just a ton of different things. And so I did, once I had the actual design ready, it was so easy to just interchange my paper, my glitter cardstock. So I did make a ton of these in that one specific style. I do have a couple of additional styles, but that was one that I made a ton of in all bunch of different colors. I did this one, which I thought was super fun. It was a martini glass and an olive. Again, bachelorette, maybe a birthday. I thought they were so fun, and I had such a fun time making those. It's been a while since I made them though. I made some diamonds like from a ring for like maybe a bridal, get together, shower, bridal party, something, and then some little rubber duckies, maybe for like a baby shower. And so again, these were some 12 count cupcake picks that I made with my Cricut for $3 for 12 count. Then I had previously made these 2 count card kits. I went ahead and priced them at $3. I had made them for my nieces and nephew, and I have pretty much given them a couple different rounds of these card kits, and I figured I'll go ahead and just make them some new ones. So I wanted to get rid of these. You can see they're a little bit bulky, but it has everything to make 2 cards. You've got 2 card bases, 2 envelopes, lots of papers for layering, some embellishments. Again, 2 count card kits for $3 a piece. So I've got some of those. And then I had these flow journals, which I'm calling unbound journals, for $4 a piece. These are the ones I had made. They don't have an actual spine, where the spine is not permanent. It's not sewn in. And so I call it a flow journal, but I know at a market, I want something that everyone else will recognize. And so I just put unbound. And so I'll explain it to them that it has the papers. You can take papers out, add more papers as you want. Here's a recent Halloween one that I just did last month, I believe. And then some other Christmas ones. And these are just a bunch of different projects that I've been making along throughout the year. Some of my crafty goals for the year have been to just prep craft fair items, and so that's what I did. I went ahead and included some savings challenges, and I did do 2 in each bundle, and I put them for $3 for the bundle of 2. And this is a little bit less than what I sell on Etsy, but on Etsy I have regular fees for listing. I have fees that I pay Etsy every time somebody purchases something, and then I have to pay to ship the item. And so I figure if they're in person, then I can go ahead and lower the price a little bit. And so I did do 2 different challenges for $3. I did not get a chance to finish a ton of the challenges, like as far as packaging up some of the savings challenges and showing them here. So you see just a small variety of what I will have. But I wanted to just kind of show you that this is something that I was packaging up and including in my craft fair. I'm sure I'll be able to explain everything to them, and hopefully they'll, be able to see, and if something that they want, they can go ahead and pick up while they're there shopping at the market. I also had some older items in my stash. These are stationery kits. I put them for $1. These are some little bitty journals that I had handmade, and then I brought in some pencils and things. Again, sometimes it helps just having like small little dollar items, especially like for kids. And so I made journals in 2 different sizes. On the smaller ones, I did add some additional like little stickers and erasers and smaller pencils and things. So I just sort of mix and match some things. But again, these were some that had been in my stash that I had previously made, and I wanted to get rid of them. Same thing with these bookmarkers. I put 2 for $1. Again, I just wanted to get rid of them. These are some that I usually have these 2-inch strips when I'm making my cards. I had a ton of them. I laminated them a while back, and I turned them into like the bookmarks. I added some additional ribbon. So these, again, these have been in my stash for quite a bit. So those are some of the items. Let's see what else I have. Now, the craft fair is going to be at a school, and so I went ahead and included some teacher-related appreciation items. The first thing I have is teacher gift sets. These are $8 a piece. I did put in a notepad wallet as well as a gift card holder, and then also a sticky notes you see there, and then that thing that's flying around is a keychain. I had purchased that, and then a little postcard that the teacher can use to write on, send a note home with one of the students. And then it also does come with a zipper bag. But let me see if I can show you that keychain. And then there's the zipper bag. So just a little sort of a full kit. Again, $8 for this little teacher kit. I had handmade those 3 paper items in the front and then purchased the other items, but I have a few of these sets. And then I also had previously made these nail file holders and with the tags, and I had been selling them on Etsy, but they're very bulky, and so I went ahead and put 1 in 1. I did package everything, put everything in cello bags, and I'm selling this little bundle for $3. I figured that was a good price. It's again a little bit less than what I was selling in Etsy, but again, I don't have to ship it, and there's no fees. And then the next thing I have is teacher pop-up gift card holders. These are $5. These are a little bit bulkier, and they do come with a handmade envelope. It basically pops out at the person. You have a little slot you can put a gift card, and then a little slot where you can write a message. So I did package these, and I just had that one as a sample, but I did package these and I put them with an envelope, and I went ahead and price tag. And so I did change the color of my labels, just as a heads up. You probably saw that one was yellow. So anything under $5 was a white label. Anything from $5 to $9 was a yellow label. And then anything over that was a green label. So just in case you see the different colors. And that was just for me. I did some more of these 2 count card kits, and they were $3. And so I just wanted to show them to you that I did have some more, not just those ones for the kids, but I went ahead and had some additional Christmas ones as well. I have gift card holders. These are $3 a piece. These are the pop-up ones. These are the smaller ones though, and they do come with an A1 size envelope. I packaged together in a cello bag. I've got a few of these different ones. I did do bulk as far as multiples of the same designs, but you see here I have a couple different varieties. So that's what I have as far as those pop-up gift card holders. I did not have a chance to make more of these or to package the ones that I had, so I went ahead and just rolled with it. And then I did do some do-it-yourself 4-count tag kits, and these are centered more for like kids. They've got some die cuts, some little labels, some tags, some little cut aparts, and then some little jemmies, some twine. And then again, I put 4 little tags for $1. They have 2 different sizes of tags, 2 of the large, 2 of the small, but I figured those would be great just to kind of pair with maybe like the card kit. And then the additional items I have are some 6-count card sets, and these were for $6 for the set. You have some that have different sentiments. So you have 2 of each sentiment for a total of 6 cards. They do come with 6 envelopes as well, and I packaged them in these holographic kind of shiny envelopes. I think they were so fun. And then I have some that are in Spanish. So you see here, Buenos Dias. And so again, $6 for the set. Each of those cards has the same sentiments. Here's some that say hola. Which is hello in Spanish. And then we have some fall related ones. And again, these are some that I had in my stash, and they have multiple sentiments. I have some faith-based ones as well. I just tried to kind of have a variety. And these were things that I had made along the way. Here's some thanks ones as well. These are the ones that have the 3 different sentiments on them. So the crafty goals really did help me throughout the year because I was able to make these kind of in advance. I had some hotel keychains. These are for $3 a piece. I bought the keychains, and then I pressed down the UV sticker on it. And so again, I put them for $3 a piece. I have a couple different varieties. I have some that are like 80s and then like 90s. And so you see like a couple different like of the generational kind. And then I also have a lot of like cowboy kind of related. So where I'm going for this fair is sort of a little bit more country and hill, like hill country type thing. And so it's one of the suburbs of Austin. And so I figured these would be perfect. And so I did not get a chance to press some of the other designs I had purchased, but I figured this would be a good, start. Then the next thing I did were some canvas bags, and I did heat press these as well. I bought some canvas bags, and then I bought some of these designs, and then I pressed them. And I did kind of fold it in a way that it would fit in these cello bags. I put these for $10 a piece. So I thought that was a reasonable amount because it is a canvas bag, so it's real thick. I have some crafting related designs. I do have some bingo designs. I thought these were so fun. And I could just see somebody using this little bag to carry their like bingo daubers or something. And then I did, because again, we're at a school, I brought in some teacher related items as well. So I've got some canvas bags that are teacher themed. So I thought these were super fun and super cute. So those were some canvas bags. Again, those were $10 a piece for those canvas bags. So those are just a few of the designs. I did not get a chance to press more, otherwise I would have. And then the last thing I have is not actually something that I am going to be selling. I went ahead and made some little freebies to give with the purchases. I have these little 3x3 cards that I turned into tags. So what saved me is I don't have to worry about making little envelopes or buying envelopes. The little tag is perfect. And so I went ahead and I packaged these up, added a little free gift sticker on each of them. I think I have about 60 of those little tags. And they were just some that I had in my stash. I had been making along the way. Again, along with the crafty goals, I was doing a lot of smashes. And so I figured that would work as like a little free gift. And then for the people that were going to buy the savings challenges, I did prep these little bitty scratchers with some little bitty dice. And so I thought these would be super cute as well, just as another little freebie. Now, I did make some candy packs as well. And then I made a platter for my donation because they're doing a silent auction. I started taking pictures because I started doing my setup last night. I have not finished decorating, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek. I'll see if I can come back. Let me know in the comments if you're interested, and I will do a follow-up video with how things went, and maybe include some additional pictures and things. There's my little bitty like Charlie Brown tree, so small. But again, I thought that was so fun. Just kind of setting everything up and kind of going through everything. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got a little bit of inspiration and you got some good ideas and tips and things. Let me know in the comments if you will be doing a fair, and if you enjoy this type of video, and if you want to see the results in a couple of days as far as how I did. Happy crafting!